Welcome, everybody. Are you ready to get on parade today? Hey, welcome to Burbank on Parade. This is the 2014 Burbank on Parade. My name is David Laurel. It is so wonderful to have all of you here on Olive Avenue. As we begin today's parade, I'm here with former city manager Mary Albert. How you doing, Mary?
I'm doing great, David. Excited about yet another parade. Did we get great weather or what?
You can't beat it. Hey, we're going to start today's parade with the San Fernando Rangers. The Rangers are an equestrian-oriented service organization that was founded in 1940, and back in the beginning, the Rangers were formed and incorporated to supplement a manpower shortage of the city of San Fernando's police department that was created by the demands of World War II. Good seeing you guys.
Welcome, San Fernando Rangers. Thanks for being in our parade this morning.
At the end of the war, the Rangers became a nonprofit community service organization, and they dedicated their time to fundraising efforts, and they also assist other nonprofit groups and government agencies. The Rangers are supported by their female counterpart, the Ranger Sidekicks, who work hand in hand with them on all of their activities.
Always fun to have an equestrian taste in our parade, since that's a big part of our community.
Today's theme, Mary, why don't you tell everybody about our theme?
Our theme this year for the 2014 Burbank on Parade is Burbank, the City of the Future, which means everything is looking rosy as we look forward. And we're proud this morning to have the theme banner being carried by some of our local Boy Scouts. Thank you, young men, for being here.
Now, you were speaking about having equestrian participation in the parade. This is what I call real equestrian participation.
Indeed. This is Roman Hartka, and she's leading off the parade this year with an equestrian entry from a planet far, far away. She's riding her gorgeous white Andalusian Pacifico. They are dressed in costume of their planet, all in silver, featuring silver sparkles and a handmade uniform. There's our Burbank letters going by very quickly. They are very patriotic this year in red, white, and blue.
Well, the parade's theme is City of the Future, and of course, you don't get any more futuristic than a DeLorean, huh? Hey, Doc, how are ya?
My calculations are correct.
So I guess we're going back to the future. That's what we're doing.
It sort of looks like it. In keeping with the theme. Thank you for being here this morning.
Mary, our Grand Marshal this year is a woman who has gotten very well known, not just around Burbank, but nationally over the past couple of years.
Indeed. How excited we are that this year's Grand Marshal is none other than our own Rebecca Milwaukee. And this is very exciting. This is the first time in the history of the Burbank Unified School District we've ever had this honor. Rebecca is the 62nd National Teacher of the Year, the nation's most prestigious and oldest award given for excellence in teaching by the Council of the Chief State School Officers. Rebecca has taught in Burbank since she started her career in 1996. She has taught every grade of English from 7th grade through college composition and some graduate level courses as well. She is herself a product of public schools and is honored to represent America's 3.2 million giving, talented, and hardworking teachers. And proud we are that she is from the city of Burbank. She is riding today with her husband, Dwayne, who, by the way, is a camera operator on the hit show Glee, and her son, Davis, who is in 7th grade at Wilson and Glendale. We are honored, Rebecca, to have you lead our parade today and our children into the future. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud and honored to get to be here today to represent Burbank, all the amazing community members, and all the children that we get the pleasure of teaching. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Congratulations. Well-deserved honor.
Thank you so much.
Following our Grand Marshal today is the Fiesta of the Spanish Horse and their band. They have been a Burbank tradition for over 10 years now. They're a nonprofit group, and they're dedicated to raising funds and awareness for cancer research. And they remind everyone to mark your calendars, because right around the corner here, May 3rd, is the Fiesta's Saturday Night Spanish Charity Spectacular that'll take place right here at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. And it's really an incredible event, shouldn't be missed. It's a great event for the whole entire family. Just a lot of beauty and history of these magnificent horses.
Not to mention lovely costumes on the riders. Thank you for being here this morning. Almost as bright as the weather.
You know, Mary, some of these horses, along with Burbank on Parade, they have been in the Hollywood Parade, the Tournament of Roses Parade, the old Spanish Days Parade up in Santa Barbara, and it's so great to have them here in Burbank.
Yes, it is indeed.
Hey, always a privilege to have our congressman here. Adam Schiff is our congressman of the 29th District of California. When he's not in Washington, the congressman makes his home right here in the city of Burbank. And Adam, we love having you as not only as our representative, but also as a Burbanker.
Hey, David, Mary, what a great pleasure to join you in Burbank on Parade, and what a spectacular day. Beautiful, sunny, nice breeze. We live in paradise here, don't you think?
A little better than Washington, D.C., we think.
I think it's a lot better. It's great to be home.
Thank you, Adam, for joining us this morning, and thanks for all your leadership for Burbank.
Well, I want to thank Burbank and all the city staff and all the volunteers here today for putting on a parade second to none.
Thank you.
Spectacular.
Great seeing you, Adam. Thank you
Great
for
to
being
see
with
you
us
too.
today, and you please give our best wishes to your wife, Eve.
I will. And nice thing about the Burbank Parade is you get to keep the car when you go home. That's just awesome.
We've heard that. We've heard that.
Go in the center.
And next up, Congressman Brad Sherman, who was born and raised in Southern California, and he represents California's San Fernando Valley and has served in the U.S. House of Representatives since 1997.
Marion David.
Congressman Sherman is serving his 8th term in Congress. He serves as the senior Democrat on the Subcommittee on International Terrorism, Non-Proliferation, and Trade. He graduated from UCLA, where he graduated summa cum laude. Later, he received his law degree from Harvard, where he graduated magna cum laude. Welcome this morning.
Thank you very much, and it's good to see all Burbank has gotten together and turned out for this parade, and I want to thank whoever arranged the weather.
Great seeing you, Congressman. Hey, our assembly member is here in the parade today, Mike Gatto. Mike was elected in 2010. Wonderful to have you here in the parade today. He's a lifelong resident of his district, and he attended school in Glendale, and Los Feliz, and Silver Lake. Mike is married to Danielle, and they have 2 beautiful little daughters. Mike, so great to see you in the parade today.
David, Mary, it's so great to see you. It's so great to see all of Burbank turning out here today. This weather is proof that God does indeed love Burbank, and we are so thankful for this weather and so thankful to be out here all coming together as a community. Now, my office is in Burbank. It's right here on Magnolia, so if anybody ever has anything that they need or they just want to complain, I'm used to it. Just stop on by, find me on the internet, and we'll do our best to solve the problem. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Assembly Member.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for your service.
Well, Mary, there was a little bit of rain last night. At least there was at my house.
Yes, there was, but just enough probably to clean the skies and once again give us the perfect weather for a parade. We do live right, I think.
You know, it's so funny year after year how the weather does kind of cooperate with us. I remember one year it was over 100 degrees.
Well, we've had everything. I've even sat here with a drizzle, but through it all we shine. So,
hey, our first band of the parade is coming down Olive Avenue. This is the Burbank High Marching Band, the Burbank High School Bulldog Marching Band, and their color guards. It's hard to believe they're celebrating 105 years of musical pride and excellence here in the city of Burbank, and they are under the direction of their director, Michael Stanley.
they don't look 105, do they, David?
No, not a day over 90, I would say.
Or 18.
Great to hear them. As anyone who's been in Burbank knows, the music commitments of our two high schools, Burroughs and Burbank,
Phenomenal.
from their marching bands to their show choirs, just unparalleled. Just amazing.
Unparalleled, award-winning. And we have, first up here, the parade itself is sponsored locally by many businesses or it would not be possible. And our first sponsor banner this morning is Cusimano Real Estate Group. And riding in the Cusimano Real Estate Group entry are Caroline Cusimano and Sky Valencia, both from the St. Martin's Animal Foundation. The St. Martin's Animal Foundation is an eco-friendly organization that has saved the lives of thousands of dogs and cats since its inception. They continuously rescue animals from high-risk shelters and abusive situations and place them into loving homes. We're thrilled not only that they're a sponsor, but that they have such a good heart and take such good care of these animals that are so vulnerable. Thanks for being here this morning and for your sponsorship.
And that's a beautiful automobile there, Caroline. I understand that's Caroline's car. There's only 100 of them that have ever been made. Beautiful silver blue Bentley. Well, what would be a parade, Mary, without the mayor?
Have to have a mayor, David.
And the mayor is coming down Olive Avenue right now. Mayor Emily Gabel-Luddy is traveling the parade route today in a Rancho cart and carriage. And she is dressed as a Quaker. Emily has served on the City Council since 2011, and prior to her City Council service, she served on our planning board for over a decade. She's also served on Blue Ribbon committees for Affordable Housing and Sustainable Burbank Commission. And let's see. There's her husband, Bill, leading the horses right up in front there. Good to see you, Madam Mayor.
Good morning, Madam Mayor.
Good morning, and thank you both for doing this again. It is an absolutely stunning day. I want to introduce you to Ethan is on the left. Patrick is on the right. They're Lippett Morgans. Ethan is 17 years old. He's almost old enough to vote. And Patrick is 5 years old, and this is his very first parade. And Dave and Diana Hoke, who are riding with me, Dave is the handler, has done a beautiful job each time, and we're just so grateful to have this kind of opportunity here in Burbank. So we thank you very much for all the recognition, and we love the fact that so many people are out on the parade route today.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So wonderful to see you and your husband, Bill, in the parade today. Have a great parade throughout the rest of the route.
And a little freeloader up on the roof there, Mickey Mouse looking into the future.
She, of course, is followed by our Vice Mayor David Gordon, who has served on this council since 2006, along with Mayor Gabel-Luddy. Councilman Gordon also, for many years, served on our planning board. Good morning, council member.
Good morning. Thank you, folks, Mary and David. Welcome, everybody. I'm fortunate. I got my son on loan. He came to join me in the parade today. It's gorgeous, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. This is what makes Burbank so special, to have this special day like this, and just enjoy the day, enjoy the parade. Thank you, Ross.
Thank you, David. Full complement of our city council in the parade today, followed by council member, former mayor Jess Talamontes, who served the city for 32 years as a Burbank firefighter before he got into another line of service. Good to see you, Jess.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Mary, nice to see you.
Good morning, Mr. Talamontes.
I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you for coming out and enjoying this great day. As we can see, it's a wonderful day. We called ahead for this day, but thank you for coming out and enjoying this parade with us. We enjoy to see the community come out, and every time we can get together, I really enjoy it. So thank you, and have a great day, and enjoy the parade. Thank you very much.
Good morning, and thanks for being here. Next up, Councilmember Gary Brick. Gary Brick is a lifelong Burbank resident. He was elected to the Burbank City Council in 2007, and he served as mayor in 2009. He is a graduate of Burbank High School. He has been a leader in the community for all of his adult life. He supports our many nonprofits and loves that he has the opportunity to interact with so many Burbank residents while out in the community, and of course, working at the ramp. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Mary and David, and thank you very much, both of you. I know I've lost track how many years you guys have been doing this for us, but obviously Mary, former city manager, and Dave Laurel, former councilman and mayor, so thank you for all your service, everything you do for the community, and obviously we have a beautiful day, and Chamber of Commerce weather, I guess they call it. So
Yes,
thank
it
you,
is.
everybody. Enjoy the parade.
Great
Thank you
seeing
again.
you, Gary. Gary's
morning, Gary.
followed by Councilmember Bob Frutos and his wife, Laura. Councilman Frutos was elected to the council in 2013. He's been a Burbank resident for 20 years and has also served on our Burbank Police Commission prior to his time on the city council. Good morning, Mr. Frutos.
Good morning, sir. How are ya?
Good. Where's the dog today?
No dog. But I love that dog. Great shot. Thank you.
But his beautiful wife is with us.
My wife Laura and I just want to be very thankful to the community for allowing us to serve. But most important, I want to acknowledge the volunteers that made this parade happen. This is Burbank. This is why we're here, and this is why we want to make Burbank a better city. Beautiful white puffy clouds, a little breeze. The good folks of Burbank came out to support our city, our parade. Thank you so much for what you do and the passion that we all collectively have as a community for our city.
Thank you for what you do, Bob. And Laura, hey, you deserve a lot of thanks too, because I know as well as anybody the spouses have put on their time of service too.
Thank you for your service. Good morning.
Hey, I understand the Girl Scouts are here.
It looks like it. I don't see any cookies on the horizon. I still have at least 12 boxes at my house if anybody wants Thin Mints. So my granddaughter is a proud Girl Scout, so we're getting into that. And scouting is stronger than ever again, David, back in the community. So we're thrilled this morning that all of our local Girl Scouts could join us. Congratulations, young ladies.
The Girl Scouts have been a part of the Burbank community for 25 years now, and they continue to help wherever needed and are always around to support the Burbank community. And as you said, Mary, also during that time of year, always there to make sure that the cabinets are filled with sweets.
Indeed. What would life be without Thin Mints? That's all I got to say.
Well, probably not so thin.
Yeah, exactly. We've even got truckloads of them here this morning. Thank you so much, and thanks to all the leaders that make it possible for these girls to participate. It does take a village, as they say.
You know, the Girl Scouts are with us today with the support of Stock Building Supplies. And they have provided these vehicles that a lot of these young ladies are riding on here. And, you know, if you notice, if you look at a lot of these young ladies, they're wearing sunglasses. And they decided to do that to kind of tie in with our theme today of the City of the Future. They believe that Burbank's future is so bright that they just got to wear shades.
If today's indicative, I think they do have to wear shades. It's bright and shiny out here. Next up, we have a couple of our sponsors. As we mentioned earlier, this parade cannot happen without the financial support of those who step forward. And of course, the city of Burbank's huge in terms of its commitment of safety. And also Burbank Water and Power provides support for this parade to make it possible year after year. And they're here with a showing even of some of their vehicles and trucks. Thank you to Burbank Water and Power, not just for being in the parade, but keeping our water safe to drink and keeping our lights turned on.
Well, that's some bugle playing, huh?
It is indeed.
These representatives are from the War Horse Foundation, and their motto is the equine spirit from the past, and they promote the contribution of the horse in military history. Today, the War Horses present in red the 1815 Royal Scots Greys, who made the famous charge at Waterloo, capturing Napoleon's eagle. In blue, the British 17th Lancers in 1879 in South Africa, wearing the famous pith helmet, practical head covers for desert climates.
It looks like they have a number of famous cavalry regiments from around the world located in Lakeview Terrace. War Horse has junior and adult riders.
Order! Ho! 9! Left turn! March!
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Very
huh?
impressive.
Yeah, I'm not used to being saluted.
Me neither. But speaking of salutes,
Yeah.
next up, we are proud and excited to have with us this morning Scott LaChasse, who joined the Burbank Police Department as our interim police chief in January of 2010 and was named permanent chief in April of 2013. Chief LaChasse worked for the Los Angeles Police Department from 1970 to 2002, most recently holding the position of deputy chief. He managed almost 1,600 personnel in South Los Angeles, and now we're pleased that he is here in Burbank, keeping us safe and sound. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. This is a great event. The weather cleared up, and here we go. Great community spirit. Glad to be here. Have fun for the rest of the day. You're safe.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chief, for being here. You know, the Chief is riding in the one of the department's antique Ford police vehicles from 1949. And possibly people don't know, you can always go up to our police and fire headquarters to see our museum up there and to see vehicles just like this with a lot of other wonderful artifacts from the city's safety services.
Absolutely. Very fun museum to look at. Thank you, Chief, for being here this morning and for all you do for the city of Burbank.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
Indeed.
Well, Mary, we said hello to our city council and our police chief. It only makes sense that next we would say hi to our fire chief, Tom Lanahan. And Tom has been with the city of Burbank for quite a few years. He began his work here with the city in the fire department as a firefighter, and that was over 25 years ago. And then he served as the assistant fire chief from 2009 until 2012. He was a fire marshal for a while before assuming the position of chief, which he took over in January of 2013. Our chief attended Pierce College and the California State University, Long Beach, and he earned a master's degree from California State University, Northridge in 2011. And he's a member of the Burbank Sunrise Kiwanis. And Tom has been happily married for 29 years to his wife, Irene, and they have 3 children, Frank, Katie, and Andy. And in just a few minutes, we'll make sure that we get the fire chief in front of us and say a few words.
He's being preceded here in the parade by our Burbank Fire Department ROPs. These are students from Burbank and Burroughs High School's Regional Occupational Program, and in a joint sponsorship with the Burbank Unified School District, the Burbank Fire Department provides students classroom and drill ground training in water systems, use of fire equipment, and fire safety. Possibly a future chief in that group.
And, you know, let's be honest, if you are the fire chief, hey, there are people who come down the Olive Avenue in Bentleys, but come on, he always gets the greatest ride, doesn't he?
If you have a hook and ladder, bring a hook and ladder. That's what I say. Complete with sirens and lights. And if we can get him from showing off his fire truck here, we're going to actually get a few words from our chief. But he's enjoying the parade route, as everyone can see.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Chief, welcome. How you doing?
Hey, David, Mary, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
A wonderful day for a parade. Thanks for including us.
Absolutely.
Hey, who's riding there with you?
I've got my lovely wife, Irene, and my daughter, Katie. We're enjoying the parade.
Welcome.
Great to see you. Hey, Tom, on behalf of everybody in the city of Burbank, thank you for what you do and for what all of the members of your department do in keeping us safe on a day-to-day basis.
No need for thanks. Our pleasure to serve. Wonderful community.
Thank you, Chief.
Have a great day.
Indeed. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Okay.
And I believe rounding out this entry, we have a few members of the Burbank Fire Corps carrying the banner, and followed by more of our impressive, looks like some of our fire vehicles are still en route here, stepping up to the camera. You know, David, just like I do as a Burbank resident, how blessed we are to have our own safety services here. And it's one of the reasons, of course, every time we interview and survey residents, they tell us what they love, like living in Burbank the most is all about the protection they get from both our police and our fire. So we're delighted they're here today. And I'd make a little plug. If you all don't know this, you get a chance, sign up for that EMS insurance. It'll be worth it if you ever have one single call. A great investment for every household here in the city of Burbank.
You know, I happen to know that I am sitting next to a Burroughs alumni.
Indeed, but not one that marches here with the alumni band. But this is one of our favorite entries every year. At some point, we quit being crosstown rivals, and these graduates are happy together, marching each year in Burbank on Parade. And they represent classes ranging from 1952 to the mid-1970s. And they begin participating in the parade after reuniting in the mid-1980s to provide halftime entertainment for a Football Boosters fundraising alumni game. We are thrilled to have them here from all classes. They just keep getting better. Guiding the drill team portion is Burbank High alumni Joyce Rudolph, and the band itself is led by former John Muir principal Bill Kuzma. Welcome, Bill, and your band.
Thank you, Mary. It's a pleasure to be here again, always.
They're sounding good.
We're putting together the last minute, but we always have fun.
That's all that counts in a parade. And I will put in a plug for Joyce. Joyce is a popular columnist with The Leader, and she's also one of our great, great, great volunteers in Burbank on Parade. Without Joyce, we would not all be out here today. Welcome. Hi, Lee. Good morning.
It really is amazing when you think of the alumni from our two public high schools here in town. How many people from the high schools have continued to stay here and have become vital parts of this city? We've had people who've gone on to be mayors like Mayor Kramer or Mayor Telemontes. You who have had your entire career of service to the city of Burbank. So many.
Yeah. You know why? I think it's, if you grew up here, you appreciate all that this community is about. The best big small town that I know of, and I'm proud to be from here, proud to continue to serve.
This is the Alumni Association, and this group was formed just last summer. And they are from both, of course, Burbank and Burroughs High Schools. Their goal is to keep memories and individual spirits strong as they mentor, serve, nurture, and inspire their school, families, and community.
And as we mentioned earlier, hard to believe, but Burbank High School even precedes the city in age, so it's well over 100 years old at this point.
Our good friends from BCR, A Place to Grow, are coming up Olive Avenue right now. BCR moves into the future as the Jetsons. Hey, we all grew up with the Jetsons, right?
Indeed.
There's George and Jane Jetson riding in a little pony cart. I guess that's a mix between the old and the new. I don't remember quite George and Jane in a little pony cart, but hey, there you go.
Congratulations. Nice banner, too.
BCR, of course, is a nonprofit corporation that has operated here in the city of Burbank since 1963, and they provide daily activities and extended daycare programs for children and adults with developmental disabilities. So great to see you guys.
Thank you for being here again. You guys are always a big part of the parade every year, and we appreciate your participation. And we welcome two of our sponsors, NBC Universal and G4S Secure Solutions, as well as Bob's Big Boy Restaurant, which we wouldn't be Burbank without big boys.
It is the businesses here and around Burbank that, of course, support this parade and make it available on an annual basis. G4S Secure Solutions is one of those sponsors this year, and they're the nation's leading security company, providing a wide range of security services and technology solutions. Appearing in the parade today are Custom Protection Officers from the G4S Custom Protection Officer Division, and so great to see you guys here with us today.
I don't think we can say this often enough, David. Burbank on Parade operates on a very small budget. They have to do all of their fundraising. They are a nonprofit. This whole parade is put together by a group of volunteers. So without the sponsors that you see going through and participating today, we would not have our annual parade. So we can't thank them enough. And I believe this is a new sponsor stepping up. So we are especially excited to have them participating in the parade and contributing to it. And of course, if it's Burbank, you've got to have Bob's Big Boy. And we have Ed Tucker and Bob's Big Boy on the tractor. The John Deere Tribute Truck and Tractor is a crowd favorite at Bob's Big Boy. The truck is a 1950 Chevy 3100 series he bought in Branson, Missouri 4 years ago. The tractor is a Ford and Series, aka as Red Belly Ford.
So if we run over to Bob's right now, Bob won't be standing outside.
I guess not. I was there the other day, and he was proudly wearing a Dodger T-shirt out front of the restaurant.
You know, we are, of course, the media capital of the world, and we proudly hold that title. And our support from our local studios, especially our big studios like Warner Brothers and NBC for so many years, and of course Disney, has become such a fabric of the part of this community.
Absolutely,
you wonder where we would be today if we had not had the support of those three studios, much less all of the ancillary studio and media support that the city has benefited from over the years. And representing all of those studios today are some cars of the stars, cars that are stars themselves, from great films like, of course, Jurassic Park. See, I'm seeing Herbie there, the Love Bug, and let's see who else we see. Speed Racer. Cars that have been used in Magnum PI and, of course, KITT. It's always fun to see the cars that were used in classic TV shows and films. You know, you can always go over to Warner Brothers. If you take the tour at Warner Brothers, they have a beautiful display where they actually show a lot of the cars that were used in different Warner Brothers productions over the years. Even have cars that were brought in from Europe that were used in the Harry Potter films.
You're right, David. We sometimes take for granted that we have such huge support from the studios, but without them, you know, and to have them participate in the parade is icing on the cake. Good morning and welcome.
Along with our other elected officials here today, we're happy to have our city treasurer, Debbie Kutka. And Debbie has served as the treasurer of the city of Burbank since 2012. Prior to that, of course, she served on our Board of Education. She is a CPA and a chartered global management accountant who holds a California real estate broker's license. Debbie is a member of several professional organizations here in the city of Burbank, including the Burbank Noon Kiwanis and the Burbank chapter of National Charity League. Good to see you, Debbie.
Nice to see you too.
She's a graduate of Burbank High School.
Yes, she is.
And she's riding with her husband, Kirk Brown, today, and they have 5 children.
We're also joined this morning by the Burbank Masonic family, which is comprised of fraternal organizations that include Burbank and Magnolia Park Masonic Lodges, the Order of the Eastern Star, and the Burbank Shrine Club. Also, their youth groups include Job's Daughters, Bethel 97 and Bethel 208, and the Lawrence C. Kelly chapter of DeMolay for young men. They have been part of Burbank since June 28, 1909, and will continue into the future. Their entry includes officers and representatives of these organizations. The Worshipful Master of Lodge 406 is Eric Adams, and the Worshipful Master of Lodge 618th is Michael Campbell. The president of the Burbank Shrine Club is Joey Neighbor.
And the Burbank veterans are also here today. The U.S. military veterans riding in the parade today are all members of the City of Burbank Veterans Committee. And they've been a part of our various functions of the committee that have included organizing and conducting the Memorial Day and Veterans Day ceremonies at the War Memorial up at McCambridge Park. They've done that for more than 20 years.
If you haven't had a chance to participate and watch those ceremonies, they are fabulous. We suggest you take advantage of that. Other sponsors stepping up today and helping out support the parade, Keller Williams World Media Center banner. And also, as a sponsor, our KCET.
Hey, Val Zavella is with us. She's the Vice President of News and Public Affairs over at KCET. So nice to have you with us today. Holding those Emmys there, proudly showing them off, and I don't blame you.
Right behind, the John Burroughs High School Marching Indians have received awards throughout Southern California and have been featured on Ellen and DreamWorks films and performed at the Sugar Bowl and the Liberty Bowl. Approximately 175 members strong, led by drum major Kayla Olivas and director Tanya Barnett.
As you know, Mary, I live right across the street from Burroughs, so I hear them all the time.
I was just going to say,
it has become a part of my daily life to hear them.
A familiar sound to you. I would say they're not just marching, they're strutting.
Following Burroughs, we have our Burbank Unified School District Superintendent, Dr. Jan Britz. Dr. Britz is the superintendent of our schools and has for 35 years been working in education. She has been a secondary math teacher, a principal, a director of personnel, and has served as our superintendent here since 2012.
Thank you very much. I want to thank both you and Mary, David, for the beautiful weather you ordered today.
We did that just for you, you know.
Thank you. I love it, too. You know, and putting us behind our own high school band. We love that, too.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Good to see you both.
Thank you, Dr. Britz.
Thanks for being part of today.
And, of course, she is taking us right into our school board, who we're going to start today with our Burbank School Board President, Dave Kemp. Dave has been a fixture in education here in Burbank since 1966. He, of course, was a teacher at Burbank High School, where he taught science, health, physical education. Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Mike, here's your thank you. You're talking.
Dave and his wife Judy have been residents here since 1966, huh, Dave?
And it's been a great place to live and grow a family and be a part of the school district in this community. It's been great. Thank you for everything you guys do, too.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for
Mary.
your service
Thanks,
to this community. And Dave is followed by Burbank School Board Clerk Charlene Tabbitt. Char, as she is known, is a native Burbank resident and attended Burbank schools. She was elected to the Board of Education in the last election. Char is the mother of 3 children, all of whom attended Burbank schools. She was an active member of the PTA, serving as president at Jefferson Elementary, Muir Middle School, and Burbank High School. Welcome, Char.
Thanks, Mary. David, nice to see you today. Proud to be representing Burbank Unified today in the parade. Both my daughter and I are alumni of Burbank High. It's nice to still be in the parade.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, and thanks for participating this morning.
Following Shara is Ted Bunch. Ted, like his colleague on the school board, Dave, has also been a school teacher. He taught at Jordan Middle School from the 1960s right on through until 1990. Then he was at John Burroughs High School. How you doing, Ted? He was elected to the board in 2003, and he has served 2 terms now as the board's president. And there he is, Mary the Bomb. What would the parade be without Larry Applebaum from our school board? A lifelong resident who's in his 3rd term on the Board of Education. Good to see you, Larry.
And we're joined this morning, too, very excitedly by a lot of our Burbank Unified School District principals and staff. And there's the big B, I see, from Luther Burbank, and we're also represented by John Muir Middle School. Welcome, and thanks for being here. And thanks for all your service to our students. We couldn't do it without you. Good morning, and thanks for being here.
Again, we want to thank so many of our sponsors, including Dilbeck Real Estate, who's one of our sponsors today, McDonald's, and the Studio Picture Vehicles. And speaking of McDonald's, the guy coming up Olive Avenue here is probably one of the most recognizable figures in the parade. Ronald McDonald, who is with us every year.
Mary and David.
And he's, of course, the official ambassador of Ronald McDonald House Charities, which creates, funds, and supports programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. Ronald McDonald can be spotted volunteering his time at the organization's various charitable entities throughout its global network of chapters in 52 countries. And forget about the 52 countries. He's here in Burbank today. Good to see you, Ronald.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? Mary, David?
We're good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Always great to be back. It's one of my favorite events of the year. I love the Burbank on Parade. Is it okay if I take a little picture of you guys? Just a little one?
I think there's a trick.
There you go. Thanks, guys, for inviting me.
I also want to note that Frank Ney is driving the 1926 Ford Roadster. Frank was born and raised here in Burbank. He's lived here for 81 years, a member of the Road King since 1986.
Wow.
It wouldn't be a parade without Frank.
One of our great sponsors, Dilbeck Real Estate, is with us today. They've been a premier real estate company for 50 years, and Dilbeck is gliding down Olive Avenue and into the future. Once again, a real proud sponsor of Burbank on Parade. And guys, we are so happy that you're with us today. They encourage you all that if you're interested in either buying or selling a home, to stop by their offices on Glen Oaks and Magnolia anytime. Hey, there's one of my favorite people from the George Lopez show. Lucila Lucia, how you doing? Very good to see you. Of course, starred with George Lopez on the George Lopez show for many years. Wonderful to see you. And you're a Burbank resident, is that right? 15 years. Wow, so wonderful to see you. Thank you for being with us today.
She's followed by Golden State Gymnastics, which is a nonprofit gymnastics program located on Keystone Street near the Empire Center. They have been serving Burbank since 1973. Working with children is a privilege that Golden State Gymnastics takes very seriously. Their mission is fun, safe, and healthy gymnastics atmosphere. All instructors are USA Safety Certified. Golden State Gymnastics is home to Burbank's only Junior Olympic women's gymnastic team, and they offer classes for boys and girls of all ages and abilities. Welcome. And we're also happy to welcome today the Order of the Native Daughters of the Golden West, which is a fraternal and patriotic organization founded on the principles of love of home, devotion to the flag, veneration of the pioneers, faith in the existence of God. The love of California is evident in the Order's increasing efforts to promote the study of her romantic history and reverence to the memory of the sturdy pioneer fathers and mothers, the founders of our great state.
Folks with us today from the Toluca Lake Drill Team. Great to see you. Our neighbors over in Toluca Lake, always wonderful to have you participating in our parade as they do every year. Following them, we give a salute to a few more of our sponsors today, the Bob Hope Airport and also the Desmond Studios. Bob Hope Airport, of course, has been a strong supporter of the parade for many, many years, and we're so happy to have them with us again today. You know, Mary, you know Brooks Gardner?
Yes, I do.
Actor here in town. He actually served as the Grand Marshal of this parade one time. Brooks told me that he and his family happened to be visiting Burbank. They were not residents here. During the time that Burbank on Parade was taking place, they made the decision to move here when they were looking to move to Southern California because of the hometown spirit and feel that they experienced on the day that they happened to just be visiting here and sat here and watched the parade go by.
Believe it or not, I've heard that story from more than a few residents, so it really, truly typifies what we're all about. This is always a treat every time in the parade when they bring, let's see, it's a Rose Bar Panther aircraft rescue firefighting vehicle.
Advertisement we do and the fun and exposure that we bring out to the community. And I see our illustrious David Laurel and Mary, there you are.
Hey, Don, how are you? Don Brown, of course, one of our three airport commissioners, along with Bill Wiggins and
Sue Georgino.
Sue Georgino, and who else is there? I'm trying to see. Is that Dan Fager?
Fager.
There he is. I didn't recognize you at the hat there, Dan.
And his lovely
There
wife.
you go.
I recognize her. How are you? Good morning.
Yeah.
This is always a favorite treat because they can project water, so we're always excited to have you be part of our parade.
The kids love it. It's fun to be a part of a parade like this and have everybody come out and watch.
Well, thanks for doing that, and thanks for keeping our airport in such good shape.
Our pleasure, and everybody should be proud of the Burbank Bob Hope Airport, serving people since 1930.
Wow, good
And
seeing
we are.
you, Dan. Good seeing you, Don.
Thanks. Good morning.
Of course, part of the Burbank Airport, Ameriflight and Million Air. Good to have you guys out here today. Million Air is a fixed base operation, commonly referred to as an FBO at the Bob Hope Airport. The FBO is responsible for fueling private aircraft and providing concierge service to general aviation passengers and pilots. Million Air Burbank has been in operation with us here since 2003. Well, that's a very futuristic-looking costume there from our friends over at Millionaire. I got to say, you went all out.
Yes, indeed.
Kind of gives you an idea what our hair will look like in the future, I guess. Little Judy Jetson going on there, huh?
Indeed, I think so. Next up, we have the Burbank Flotilla 45 United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. They are celebrating their 75 years. The men and women of the Coast Guard Auxiliary have volunteered millions of hours since 1939 in support of the U.S. Coast Guard and the recreational boating public. The uniformed civilian volunteer arm of the Coast Guard and lead agency protecting America's seaward frontier and recreating boating safety.
And they're followed by another one of our sponsors, Media West Realty, a boutique real estate company that is located on Magnolia Boulevard and Mariposa in the Magnolia Park area here in Burbank. Media West Realty partners with both buyers and sellers and has established itself as an industry leader in today's real estate market with its innovative marketing strategies. Hey, Media West, the media capital of the world. You can't beat that. So great to see you guys, and we thank you so much for your support of today's parade.
Good job on a colorful entry. Very nice.
You know, May is the time of year we do think about those friends and family members who have both lost their battle and have beat their battle with cancer.
Or
and
fighting it currently.
Exactly. And this is a big year for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life here in Burbank. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary here in this community. And the American Cancer Society is also this year celebrating their 100th year of service to our nation. You'll start to see purple ribbons sprouting up all over Burbank, as you tend to do this time of year, and that is in promotion of the Relay for Life that will take place on May 4th and 5th at Johnny Carson Park. Burbank City Hall also joined in the effort as they have lit up the sky with a beautiful shade of purple over the tower at City Hall, and they all ask you to come out and please help them in the fight to find a cure for cancer at Johnny Carson Park. It'll take place May 4th and 5th. It begins at 9 in the morning. It goes on all throughout the evening and into the next day. And, let's hear it for our volunteers who have given so much of their time and quest for people to have more and more birthdays.
That's right. A very powerful event if you've had the chance to participate in it. If you haven't, I suggest you take advantage of it. A couple more of our sponsors stepping up onto the parade route, Schaefer Electric and Warner Brothers. And as you mentioned, David, this community just wouldn't be the great town that it is without all of the support from our media partners.
What many people might know is that Warner Brothers does have their own dedicated fire department that works in concert with the Burbank Fire Department. And Chief Gallagher from Warner Brothers is riding on the Warner Brothers E18 engine today. Good to see you, Chief.
Welcome. I think we've got a bit of a break here, David, but let's spend a few minutes just talking again about how this parade comes together every year. This is a group of volunteers. Of course, there's a lot of volunteers that it takes, including people like you and I. We have the best of those jobs, but others work on coordinating the cars. You'll see later a lot of the Road Kings, but all of these cars that are housing the various dignitaries and celebrities step forward and make today possible. The equestrian units, these bands have been here. I drove by this morning, and I think they were here as early as 6:30 or 7, warming up and practicing. And the logistics, this is an all-volunteer effort that brings everything together and flows pretty dang good.
Yeah. It just is amazing. Mary, you were saying before about how fortunate we are to have our own police and fire departments here. What people don't stop to think about is even here just in Los Angeles County, cities that contract out and don't have their own safety services. Right. How fortunate we are in so many ways. How fortunate we are in so many ways during what has been a very challenging economy. Exactly. That not only have we been able to still support our community in so many ways, parks, as you know, for so many years, still a vital part of this community, but also in events like Burbank on Parade. It does take quite a bit of funding to put something like this on, and we're just living in a time where it's very difficult for cities to come up with funding to do community events like this.
And to get these bright, young, smiling faces out here. We're welcoming the Clifton Middle School Band. The Clifton Cubs Marching Band hails from Clifton Middle School in beautiful Monrovia, California. The band is led by drum major Alexis Snyder and captains Virginia Ortiz, Morella Perez, and Amanda Grubb, and director Mr. Lafayette Guler. The band also features award-winning solo majorette Hannah Lardner. Clifton is a repeat award winner at Burbank on Parade, and you can certainly hear that.
It's always always nice to have participation from our neighboring cities, and
Absolutely,
in some cases a little bit further than maybe just our neighbors.
Yeah.
These guys have played in parades and events all over Los Angeles County, and we're really happy to have them with us here today.
And an
Great job.
impressive number, given that this is a middle school. Can you imagine when they get to high school?
Hey, you know what? We got the Big Red Machine, the soccer club, coming down Olive Avenue right now. The club has a proud tradition of developing boys and girls soccer skills, as well as a long history of fielding competitive teams that enjoy success locally and regionally. The club's a member of the Coast Soccer League, which is one of the most prestigious soccer leagues here in Southern California. See, we even have a little mascot walking down the street there, a little guy with his bandana on.
He's the only one with his tongue hanging out.
The Burbank Red Machine has been in existence for several years now and has the reputation for producing some of the most competitive teams in our area. So great to see you guys today, and have a great season.
They're followed by Fitness is Art, and this is a boutique fitness studio that offers indoor and outdoor fitness classes, personal training, nutrition, and massage therapy. Their classes are structured to cater to all fitness levels, ages, and medical conditions. They have no membership. I'm sure that means no membership fees. Their little fitness studio is the Little Yellow House on Magnolia Boulevard, next to the 24-hour donut shop on Keystone.
Which is kind of fitting in a way, I've always thought.
And it's very zen, welcoming feeling the minute you walk in.
It's a wonderful new business here in town. They've been with us for a while here. Rachel, my friend right there, great to see you. Rachel and Ray do a wonderful job. And I got to tell you, if you're feeling like you want to get into shape, Rachel is the lady you got to talk to. Wow, they got dogs, they got everything here. And there's my buddy Ray right there. Good seeing you, Ray. Nice to have you in the parade today.
They encourage you to become part of their fitness family, and they have classes on Extreme Ray and Rochelle Boot Camp, Facial Fitness, Zumba, Yoga, Mommy and Me Boot Camp, Ninja Boot Camp, Mat Pilates, Tango Flex, and Tai Chi. Wow. You can find something for everybody.
And then go next door and have a donut.
Yeah. 24 hours a day.
Hey, Bret Hart, the Bee Brigade. Good to see you guys. Wow. A first-year entry there, first time with us, and we're so glad to have you with us today. Wow, Bret Hart is a great school for wonderful people, and a school for the future for the city of Burbank. You know, Mary, don't you always wonder as you see these kids going down Olive Avenue, is there a former city mayor? Is there a former city manager? Who knows, huh?
So. Let's hope so. Two more of our great sponsors, Bank of the West and Charter Communications, and thanks to our volunteers carrying their banners.
Charter Business has been partnering with local Burbank businesses on the journey to become the city of the future with tailored and cost-effective communication solutions. Charter Business offers new innovation for Burbank business growth, supporting broadband internet, telephone, video services, Charter Fiber Optics, providing state-of-the-art fiber-rich networks on up to 1 Gbps on Charter's own private network. Great to have you guys with us here today.
And we can hear some rockin' music coming on down the parade route. And this is representing the Media City Dance to honor music in Burbank. Media City Dance, Natasha Middleton, director, along with actor, singer, dancer Chris Truesdell from Disney's Shake It Up, and a series of dancers are here in the parade, all representing the different styles of music we dance to, from swing dancing to ballet, hip-hop, tap, acrobatics, and so many, many more. And we are thrilled to have them with us. They have been a part of the Burbank community now for several years. And I know Natasha works very hard to keep promoting dance.
You know, Natasha comes from a long, storied tradition of dancers. Her father was a professional dancer. Few people in this city have done what Natasha has done. She has done an amazing job. If you ever get to see the Media City Dance perform, you're really in for a real treat.
Indeed.
And they're going to be followed by the Heather River Little Stars. This is a dance company for kids of all ages, starting at 12 months. Mary, you're a grandmother. Do 12-month-year-olds dance?
Well, you know, once they do start to wiggle, as soon as they get in an upright position.
And these folks, they offer Mommy and Me ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, contemporary, modern, swing dancing, pretty much you name it, huh? They're located up on Glen Oaks Boulevard, and Heather River's Little Stars have flown into our parade to say hello today. They hope you'll come and join them at their studio. Wow, you guys look fabulous. Look at those guys.
Is that what the future looks like? I hope so.
You guys are very cute.
Very
Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for your spirited participation. And you can hear, I probably don't even need to say it out loud, the Drum Corps Johnnies, and they are appearing in their first Burbank on Parade, organized in 2014 by John Essie in the Antelope Valley. The Drum Corps Johnnies is in their third parade appearance of the year, exhibiting an old-school drum line consisting of snare drums, tenor drums, and bass drums. This unit is designed primarily to promote public opportunities for drumline involvement to participant ages 13 and older.
You know, we've mentioned how our business community has been so supportive of our parade, and it's only fitting that Mike Thomas, the president of the Burbank Chamber of Commerce, is with us today with his lovely wife, Jamie. Good to see you, Mike. How you doing?
Good morning.
Welcome. Mike's an active participant in many local boards and committees, and his aim is to help shape the future of Burbank. So it's great to have him with us here today. He's a former president of Leadership Burbank and of the Burbank Noon Rotary, and he owns MT Commercial Cleaning Services, the winner of the 2012 United Chambers of Commerce Small Business Award.
And we're joined by the Burbank Parent Ed, where parent-child participation classes are offered from infants to 4 years of age. The classes meet once a week and are set up according to the age of the child. The goal is to offer parent support, education, and skill building. The parents meet in a discussion with teacher during part of the class. The teachers cover age-appropriate topics with parents, and they are guided toward good parenting skills. And I can't remember a parade when they haven't participated with great fun and enthusiasm. So we're thrilled they're here again today.
As is the Clary Iris Dance Group that are located up on Magnolia Boulevard. Classes through the Clary Iris Dance are offered to all ages and all levels of dancers. Their motto is, if you can walk, you can dance. Now, Mary, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I have been walking for quite a few years now, and I can't dance.
You don't have the dance gene.
Yeah, I guess not. But the Clary students do.
They do. Take a look.
They've won local, national, regional, international awards. And the director of the group, Margaret Clary, was selected 2014 Irish Woman of the Year by the Los Angeles City Council. And the dancers perform all year round throughout the Southland, especially, of course, during the St. Patrick's Day festivities and celebrations.
And yet they're not dressed in green, but pretty in purple.
Well, purple, I guess it's the color of the future.
Indeed. Thank you so much for being here and for all the energy you've got.
Okay, see, Mary, I can walk, but I can't do that.
Nor I, David.
Oh, I bet you could. Come on. You just need the outfit.
Yeah, maybe.
Great job, guys. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you were with us today. We also are thanking our sponsors today, Radio Centro 93.9, and also Hall Hodges and Associates.
And what is a parade without clowns, you ask? The Carousel of Clowns has been in existence for over 25 years. They volunteer their time and enjoy entertaining people of all ages. One of the clowns in the parade is Cheryl Treat, who is a professional clown and a realtor.
And Radio Centro 93.9. Hey, we're so happy to have them here in Burbank. A Spanish radio station that serves all of Southern California. And we have with us the Flying Cat. He's a listener favorite here on 93.9. He's on the radio from 7 till 9, Monday through Friday. And Burbank on Parade is so happy to have our good friends from Radio Centro with us today.
And they're followed, David, by one of our longtime participating entries in Burbank on Parade, and that is the Ballet Folklorico Mexico Azteca. The Ballet Folklorico Mexico Azteca is a performing dance group company which was founded by Amy Navaturette in 1987 right here in Burbank, California. Mexico Azteca has 4 groups: advanced young adults, adults, intermediate, advanced juniors, and beginner levels ranging from ages 2 to 25 years of age. A positive approach to this art form empowers members with knowledge, a pride of their heritage, and the children are taught commitment, self-discipline, and team spirit. Mexico Azteca has the distinction of being the Eva Longorio Folklorico Dance Company. In addition, Mario Lopez, Edwards James Almos, and Jenny Rivera have shared the stage with them. Ballet Folklorico has placed first place in Burbank on Parade the last 7 years. And it is because of Amy. God bless Amy for all she's done to keep this colorful tradition alive. We love you, Amy. You're welcome. They're about as colorful as it gets, David.
Well, hey, you know, they've placed first for the past 7 years. You don't do that without being colorful.
I understand why. And what a great way to keep this colorful tradition alive. I've seen them perform at lots of special events, and they're always energized and poised, and we are so lucky to have them here in town. And Amy has just been really and truly the leadership behind keeping this alive and well in the city of Burbank.
Great job. Wonderful to see you guys. As it is, our friends over at St. Finbar Parish School, where joy is trending over at St. Finbar, and they're gearing up for their annual fiesta. The Burbank tradition returns next week, and this year's theme is all about spreading the joy in people's lives. Can't think of a better thing to do than that. It's great to see you guys today. It is a little chilly out here today, and so I'm not surprised you're seeing people dressed up in coats and scarves. I think that's a first for Burbank on Parade.
That is a first for Burbank.
But I do have to say it is a little chilly here today. But these great parade volunteers from St. Finbar, they represent the hundreds more who are getting ready for their joyful, eventful of international food. And they're going to have all kind of great events like laser tag and games and silent auctions and a casino night and a lot more. So they invite everybody on the parade route to come over to their fiesta that will run from May 2nd till the 4th.
And it's a tradition here in Burbank. It's always the first weekend in May, and it's a lot of fun if you haven't had the chance to take advantage of that. And we're joined right behind them by our very own Burbank Historical Society. And they are here in their 1923 Moreland bus. The Moreland 20-passenger bus was built in Burbank at the Moreland factory, which was on Alameda and San Fernando Road. The bus was used as public transportation in Los Angeles. Paramount used it in its One-Ton-Ton, the dog that saved Hollywood. The truck before you is a 1927 Moreland truck, also built at the Moreland factory in Burbank. The truck was discovered in a vacant lot in Studio City by Gordon Howard, and it was restored at the Los Angeles prison in Lancaster. And Dick Russell helped to restore the engine with Burbank High School Auto Shop.
Good to see Sandy
and
Dennis
Sandy
and so
Dennis
many
on
other
the
of our
ride.
friends there.
You deserve that, Sandy. And last is a 1949 Seagrave fire pumper. According to retired Battalion Chief Gary Sutliff, this was in service from 1949 to the late 1970s. The restoration was done by retired fire engineer Art Poppin and fire department mechanic Robert Friend, who donated their time to restore this fire pumper. If you hadn't had the chance, you've got to get down to our Historical Society. It's just right down the street here in that beautiful little house and the facility behind it by our George Isay Park. Lots of fun things and lots of rich history about the city of Burbank.
You know, Mary, people don't stop and think about it a lot. The Burbank City Council has so much on their plate that they have to be dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And that is why they rely so heavily on the various boards and commissions of the city who can really look deeply into an issue and help them and advise them and give them guidance as to what they believe is the right thing to do for our community. And some of the folks who are with us today are some of the appointees of our city council. These are the men and women who serve on the Burbank Civic Pride Committee. This is a group of citizens appointed to the City Council to encourage and promote civic engagement and pride in the Burbank community. And they, of course, always do a wonderful job, and it's great to see you. Good to see you guys.
We're good. I call these guys the cheerleaders for the city of Burbank because that's what they do. They spread cheer.
And they're giving us candy. So, you know, that's all we need. Thank you, guys. Well, thank you.
You bet. Absolutely. Thanks for all the good work you guys do.
How are you? Good to see you.
It's our pleasure. We love you guys. Keep planting trees. Absolutely. Keep planting those trees.
You know, not a lot of people really think of cowboys when they think of Burbank, but we have our share of cowboys here. Not only cowboys, Mary, real cowboys. However, because we are the media city, media capital of the world, they're not real R-E-A-L cowboys. They're real R-E-E-L cowboys, and they're with us today. And they're a great organization made up of actors, actresses, musicians, stunt people, all who have participated in Western films over the years. And today they have a Western-themed float with their members decked out in full Western cowboy regalia. And they have participated in several parades with us over the last 15 years, and they've won numerous awards for their musical performances. So great to have all of you guys here today with us.
We love you, real cowboys. And cowgirls. Absolutely. And a couple more of our sponsors, very generous, Gary Briggs Ramp, Belmont Village, and of course the Walt Disney Company.
My favorite day of the year.
A special guest here with us in the booth, Mr. Jack O'Neill. Great to see you, Jack.
My favorite day of the year.
Jack's one of those people, like you said, that moved to Burbank so he'd have the parade right next to him. And thanks to the Walt Disney Studios who participated today. And thanks for being a sponsor.
Also, we mentioned before how fortunate we are to have organizations and groups from some of our surrounding communities and areas. The Reseda High School is here with us today. They're in command by Cadet Commander Richard Ferralis. And this unit has earned several prestigious Distinguished Unit Awards throughout the years and continues to be recognized by its outstanding service in Area 11. The unit performs various activities throughout communities, school support, and color guards for various organizations. This is their second time participating in Burbank on Parade, and we're really happy to have you guys back.
And it wouldn't be a parade without our fun and fit gymnastics. This group, since 1985, has had thousands of children aged 12 months to adults enjoying gymnastic, and attending classes. They do camps and birthday parties as well at Fun and Fit Gymnastics. The Burbank facility is located at 1919 West Burbank Boulevard. And what makes Fun and Fit unique is their non-competitive teaching philosophy that defines personal best instead of better than others. Fun and Fit has earned the Los Angeles Magazine's Best of LA Award, and USA Gymnastics Fun and Fit President and founder Jeff Lula has received the Business Leader of the Year Award and Club Service Award for 3 years in a row. The children participating today are students of Fun and Fit, and they give their instructors a big hand for their performance.
Wow. You know, our sister city committee representatives are with us today. I know there are probably a lot of Burbank residents who don't know that we have 4 sister cities in Sweden, Japan, South Korea, and Botswana. You and I, Mary, have been fortunate enough to have visited in South Korea during our time with the city. And what a fabulous memory that was, I know, for both of us.
Yes,
but
indeed.
these guys do a fabulous job, and it's great to have them with us.
Right behind them, we're joined by the Salvation Army, and they have been serving the Burbank community since 1957. They provide a free monthly food box to families and individuals in need. They also offer a free after-school program for grades 1 through 12, as well as summer day camp program, and they are indeed a strong nonprofit for us. Thank you for joining us here this morning in the parade.
More of our sponsors coming down Olive Avenue, the good people over at Woodbury University, the Burbank City Federal Credit Union, the Volpe Gusso Real Estate, and Milton Edie's Dry Cleaners.
Milton Edie's, no matter how fashions change in the future, Milton Edie's Dry Cleaning and Tailoring Center will know exactly how to clean them thanks to the continuous training and updated techniques and technology. 6 months ago, Milton Edie's made a huge leap in customer service. In addition to being opening 24/7, 365 days a year for cleaning and laundry, they now have tailors available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and instant alterations are still available at no extra charge. Look for the bright magenta awnings at the corner of Pass and Alameda in the heart of Burbank's Media District. And remember that at Milton Edie's, all customers leave happy for the past 25 years and taking us well into the future.
And these guys, Mary, follow them. They're always wild. These are the Racer's Edge from Burbank. Have you ever been over there?
I have only gone and viewed them. I have not participated.
It's kind of wild. They feature all-electric, eco-friendly go-karts that are fun for people of all ages. And it's a great place for birthday parties and team and corporate events. And onlookers can have fun at the arcade just as well as the people who participate. And they pool, and you can shoot some hoops over there, and it's a great time. You can race in the dark during blacklight karting on Friday and Saturday nights, and they're located on Chestnut Street, just off Victory here in South Burbank.
We're also joined this morning by the Orchid Society of Southern California, which is the oldest society in Southern California, founded in 1940. It is affiliated with the American Orchid Society as well as Orchid Digest magazine, California Garden Clubs, and the 1% for Orchid program for Orchid Conservation Coalition.
And look at all these little furry faces coming down Olive. They're from the Positive Perspective Animal Training in Burbank, which is based here in our city. We offer group classes and private training and pet sitting, they tell me. And if you want your dog to behave nicely, theirs is the place that you want to go.
I might be able to use some of that. Oh, we got somebody that bolted there. I think he's trying to say, I want to march in the parade. I don't want to ride. Do it your way. And yes, indeed, we noticed that. And here we have Miami Fitness. If you look to the north, you will see them on the corner of Sparks and Verdugo. They are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 8. Miami Fitness would like to invite everyone watching the parade to come and see our great gym and tell them that you saw them at Burbank on Parade and get a week free. Take advantage of that.
And the first robotics competition team, 980, is here. They're a nonprofit and consists of local high school students from John Burroughs and Belle Jeff with the robot they built while learning life career skills from professional engineers. Their sponsors include Disney Imagineering, NASA, JPL, and they were finalists in the LA Regionals in March. So good to have you guys here today. A lot of brain power going on there, huh?
Indeed.
You know, Mary, every time we have the parade, we do kind of have the opportunity to talk about things that maybe residents, especially newer residents, don't know. You know, we talk about how we do have a police and fire museum, how we have a historical society that has a museum here in town. There's so many things that little hidden gems are, of course, Starlight Bowl up on the hillside, which is so fabulous. One of the great things about this parade is that it does give people who maybe are new to our community the opportunity to find out about a lot of the hidden gems in the city that maybe they were not aware of.
Indeed, David. And I mentioned that the Historical Society, the museum back there, which is just a little gem, but we've talked about the studio. It captures so much of the rich history. And I know it's open on Sunday, but I think it's also open on maybe a Wednesday now also. But I'd encourage folks to go look at that. Right next to that's Creative Arts Center, which a lot of people don't know about. And there's a little small theater back in there. Right. So we are just facility rich, resource rich, and one of the reasons we all love Burbank.
Especially one of the reasons why it's a city of the future.
Absolutely.
Hey, this looks to me like it's the Dana Middle School band, huh?
It does indeed. They are a marching band proud to perform for their third time on Burbank on Parade. Since the year 2000, under the direction of Efrain Nava, this group has earned numerous awards and honors, including 5-time sweepstakes winners at Hawaiian Gardens Parade and sweepstakes winner at the 2011 Burbank on Parade competition. So they're no stranger to competing right here. This year they have won sweepstakes at Carson 45th Anniversary Parade and the 2013 Rolling Hills Holiday Parade. Let's listen to what they are going to play just for us.
Great to have all of you guys from Dana Middle School with us today. You're looking beautiful. You're sounding great.
It's easy to see why they've won so many prestigious awards and why so many parades like having them participate, including us right here in the city of Burbank.
Thanks for being here today, all. A couple more of our sponsors we want to recognize today, the good folks over at Super Shuttle and City Cab, the Burbank Town Center, myburbank.com, and the Burbank Leader. couple of representatives from City Cab here if you need a ride home, Mary.
Well, we might have some of our weary walkers who've been gymnasticking down the parade route. They might be able to take advantage of that. So we're going to have some tired youngsters this evening, I think.
You know, Mary, when they come by us, they normally do kind of rapidly, and we don't necessarily always have a time to recognize all of them. And in just a little while here, we will see the committee that puts on Burbank on Parade every year. But, you know, while we have a moment here, Carrie Briggs and Joanne Miller, David Freeman, Trudy Swearington, Heather Jennings, Ed Levitt, Joyce Rudolph, there's so many. Who else are we talking about here?
Rob and Cindy Boast, Karen Volpe, John Miranda, Alyssa Cunningham, Linda Barnes, Wayne Poirier, Lisa Conti, Tiffany Brain, Diana Briggs, Natalie Osgood, Ross Benson, and I know there's so many more.
But, you know, like I said, when they go by rapidly, they go by fast, and we're waving and say hello, and we don't necessarily always have the time to recognize each one of them by name. But those people, you know, beginning next week, we'll start working on Burbank on Parade 2015. It really is a part of what they do, their passion, and, of course, part of what makes this a city that has a bright future.
And you and I know that it's everything from the script that's in front of us to coordinating the cars and which groups line up on which street. It's a big event.
Hey, I think I see Gigi Santoro. She's, of course, featured on HGTV and CNBC. She's a trusted realtor here in the Burbank community. She believes that we live where you live, we work where you work, our community is your community, and it's so great to see her here today.
There's some of our Burbank on Parade folks. Give them a big round of applause. They flew by, but that's some of the folks that we were pointing out that give service year-round, making sure that this parade happens. And they got to be very happy today that the sun shine bright on their year's worth of work.
As do the good folks over at the Burbank Civitan Club that was chartered on March 17th, 1955. And the 59-year-old club's mission is to serve individual and community needs with an emphasis on helping people with mental and physical disabilities. So great to see you guys with us today. Thank you for being here. And here they are. You know, hey, folks, if you're sitting along this parade route, if you are watching at home on Channel 6, these folks in these golf carts coming up Olive Avenue are the people who make this parade happen. They make it happen today. They've made it happen for many years, some of them right there at the very beginning, and they're going to continue to do that on into the future. We wanted to make a point to name each of them by name, which we did here just a few moments ago. But every single one of you guys, you are the ones that really are a part of this community. And on behalf of everybody who's sitting on this parade route and watching Channel 6 today, I want to give you guys a very great, deep thank you for what you do.
We love you. Thanks for making the parade possible every year. You're the best. Congratulations, another home run.
Well, this is one parade that folks here in Southern California can see on an annual basis, but there is another one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not nearly as nice as this one.
No, but they try. Little group over in Pasadena puts it on every year.
Small casual event.
And we are proudly a part of that and have been for many years. The Burbank Tournament of Roses Association presents their version of the science fiction comedy Western Back to the Future. Of course, Doc, trapped in the 1800s, is rescued by Marty McFly and brought back to the future. And they're representing that today. These guys, every year, Janet Deal and so many of the others that I see out here walking today, just amazing that a city like Burbank has the opportunity to be involved in a parade that gets national and international attention every year.
And almost always wins an award.
As we did this
year.
We
love you. Good work. I got to ride with SpongeBob on our centennial year, one of the greatest thrills of my life was
Well,
to be in that
wow,
parade.
Mary, come to think of it, you're one of the only people who have marched in both this parade and the Tournament of Roses
That's
parade.
correct.
Wow.
I
and
thought they
get to
were
sit next
waving
to
at me
ya.
and they were waving at SpongeBob, but that was okay.
Well, Mary, you know how the parade always kind of wraps up every year with an organization that is a part of this community as much as any others, and they're out and about at so many functions and organizations all throughout the year, and that's the folks over at the Burbank Road Kings.
And the Road Kings are in their 62nd year here in this community, if you can believe that. The club sponsors 2 car shows each year, Johnny Carson in June and Santa Anita Racetrack in October, with all proceeds going to local charities. So far, over $400,000 have been donated to date. The club would like to invite all of the Burbank community to this year's car show at Johnny Carson Park on June 8th, free for spectators with plenty of parking at the point across from the park. The club is presenting Nitro Fest, or as they say it, Nitro Madness. Hear the thunder from nostalgic top fuel dragsters, see 40 vendors. There's a silent auction, live entertainment, and 500 hot rods, classic, and muscle cars. And they, by the way, have been supporting this parade for over 20 years. A big round of applause for these folks. They get these cars out and make this parade possible. We couldn't do it without you.
And once again, another Burbank on Parade comes to an end. You know, Mary, for many, many years, I had the great privilege of working with you throughout your career in the city of Burbank, throughout your career in Parks Department, where your fingerprints will be on our Parks Department for many, many years and decades to come. Then as the city manager, it was a privilege working with you, and it's always a great opportunity to get the chance to come back every year, and we get to work together again for a couple hours every
Indeed, David.
time we do the parade.
You know, I remain active in the community doing a lot of work with local nonprofits, but I have to say this is one of the favorite times of the year for me because it really reinforces how lucky we are to live in a town like this, the media capital, where all these great companies come together, but then you come out today and this really is the heart and soul of the Burbank community. And to get to work with you year after year, it just doesn't get any better.
Well, and you know, we, of course, would be remiss if we did not once again thank all of the sponsors who make this parade available, all of the members on the Burbank on Parade committee who work tirelessly all year long to make this happen, and all of you who come out and sit along the parade route and watch on Channel 6. So we want to thank you very much. Next year, for the 2015 Burbank on Parade, God willing, hopefully, I'll be sitting here, Mary Albert will be sitting here, and we hope that you're out on the parade route and also watching us again on Channel 6. So until next year, have a great future.
And thanks for being with us.